Talk about the big story that really moved the market today. The bankruptcy law passed by the Rajya Sabha gave a big boost to bank stocks, and banks now get more ammunition to fight bad loans. Latha, what's the sense? How does this work? Of course, we'll have the whole process when the institutional framework will be put up. But in terms of the current NPA pipeline, is there a sense that we'll see faster resolution?
Well, at the moment it takes about 5 to 10 years for banks to recover their loans. That compares very poorly with, even South Asian or Asian countries, and certainly compares very badly with OECD countries. So this law promising that you will be able to recover your loans in 180 days, at worst 270 days, which means between 6 and 9 months, either the creditors get together and give more money, or declare the company bankrupt and start selling off the assets, or selling off the entire company to new buyers, seems like a beacon of hope, or at least a ray of hope. Well, the negatives are, as you said, it's not going to, the clock doesn't start ticking now, because there are some institutions that have been put in place. In the first place, there is a set of insolvency professionals who have to be identified. Now, the nice part is that this is not someone whom the government has to appoint with a salary. They are chartered accountants, company secretaries who will just get registered as insolvency professionals. So that registration should be relatively quick. Then the government has to appoint tribunals. Like the debt recovery tribunals, you have to have the national company law tribunals. About 20 or 30 professionals at least have to be appointed. They would be government servants, perhaps IAS officers, but they have to get appointed. And the government doesn't have a very good record. Even as of now, the debt recovery appellate tribunals, there are 4 seats, all 4 are vacant. I mean, people have retired or moved on and they've not been filled. So until that's done, I'm a little skeptical that this should move on. And at any point in time, the courts can give a stay order if either the work for the laborers, employees, or any other stakeholder drags the banks to court. So until it starts getting solved, I would still be a little skeptical. But here is an effort where people have learned from the mistakes of the Debt Recovery Tribunal Act, from the Sarfaisi Act of 2002, and probably put in some, safeguards to the courts taking away the entire process. Let's wait and see. It's an excellent beginning, you will have to say. And I guess that's what we got from the SBI chairman, the person who would best know and who would best want it to work. Arundhati Bhattacharya spoke to us, and she says 2017 should be a better year for banks if the bankruptcy law is implemented as well as it has been designed.
We always have good laws, but there is always the challenge of execution and implementation. So I hope, the kind of persistence that the government has shown in framing the law and bringing it to the legislature and getting it passed, that we will continue to see this in the implementation phase. If that happens, then I'm sure 2017 will be a much better year. What is really required is to set it up with the right kind of infrastructure. By that I mean, they should have sufficient space, sufficient people, and if necessary, sufficient technology. Otherwise, again, this 180 days, this will remain only a pipe dream.